Hello everybody, Travis here for Tpull's Corner, and we've got a new Mind Splice Apparatus deck that's a little bit different than what you might expect, and we'll get into it. Mind Splice Apparatus is my favorite card from the Phyrexian expansion. You can flash it in on your opponent's turn, and at the beginning of your upkeep you get to put an oil counter on it. And however many oil counters you have, that's how much cheaper your instant and sorcery spells are. So if you have a 6 cost for the instant, but you have 3 oil counters on it, it only costs 3. We're combining this with an enchantment called Arcane Bombardment. And so the deck is called Arcane Apparatus. And most people would not think to put those two together because Arcane Bombardment casts spells for free. As soon as you get it on the table and you cast your first instant or sorcery for each turn, it doesn't matter if it's your opponent's turn or your turn, you get to go into your graveyard, it grabs some random instant or sorcery, and allows you to cast it for free. Now the reason these two cards wouldn't normally go together is Mind Splice Apparatus has been used almost exclusively with X cards. Cards that can be as big as you want. And if you cast an X card, an X spell, with Arcane Bombardment, it doesn't work, because the X is always 0. You can't add to it. But a couple of Apparatus decks ago I said, you don't have to always use X spells, you can do more with Mind Splice Apparatus. So we're going to experiment here. I was trying to keep an earlier playtest. My opponent was doing just the most wonderful jank. It was even weirder than mine. But the problem was he crashed the server. So eventually it ended in a draw as we were waiting for his 250 tokens to resolve or whatever. We hit some kind of limit. So it is still possible to break the arena engine. Okay, we're going to exile 2 cards, huh? Let's get rid of that one and the extra Mind Splice. And they made me miss a land drop. My opponent's not gonna miss a land drop. They have all those cards. Look at how 250 cards. They don't miss a land drop, but I miss a land drop. Thank you, Wizards. You're a pal. Alright, I've got all the red I need. I guess technically right now I need my one other island. Just because I have Blue Sun's Twilight in hand. And we wait. It shouldn't take this long. They put all your basics up front for you to choose from. You'll notice I do still have an X spell here. So I'm only planning to use this once, but it's a valuable card to combine with Mind Splice Apparatus if the occasion comes along. So I didn't get rid of 100% of my X spells, but I did get rid of the vast majority of them. And why can my opponent not choose a basic land? Wow, that took a long time. I think I figured it out. They named their username Schematic83 after their blueprint for playing this deck. And so they've got to look at all these different 83 schematics to figure out where they're at and consult with page after page to figure out what their next move is. Because, you know, this battlefield state here in between us is so confusing and complex. Wizards, give us a YouTube format with fewer chances to rope. What do you get rid of if you see that hand? You get rid of a card that I can't use that much. Alright, we throw this out before they make us discard too many things. They do absolutely nothing. I will do absolutely nothing. Take that. Oh, excellent. So we cast the big score. It only costs 2. We throw Explosive Singularity away, which is what we want to do. Then we play our land, and we play Arcane Bombardment. Auto pay. And now we've got the whole combo in place already. Oh, forget the earlier playtest I wanted to record. This is just perfect. And my opponent does nothing yet again. They're discarding Toxtrail. So I guess I'm just supposed to assume that they're going to bring Toxtrail back as part of a resurrection spell? Probably. We're just going to wait, I guess. Maybe they're having trouble drawing land for real. These are all for my creatures later. I've got more of these than I do creatures. Aha! They can ramp finally. I think I just keep that to cycle later if I feel like. You choose creature or planeswalker. Okay, go for it. Am I drawing enough land? My opponent's already doing more to hurt their own health than I am. Ever since I put this deck together, it has been a very strange experience. I took it out for ranked just for grins and giggles, and they put me against 2 all Planeswalker decks in a row. Here goes Arcane Bombardment. I think we'll use this now. And there we are. I'm going to cast you. I'm going to attack now. And they're going to block just like we wanted them to. And let's see, we have lifelink and indestructible, so we don't need to cast anything else. We just have our combo in place for basically infinite life gain. How many cards do I have left? 35? So basically what I've done, and I've shown this in one previous deck, And what I did is I took the one combo from that deck and I sandwiched it in here. I have copies of Ill-Tempered Loner, and whenever the Ill-Tempered Loner is dealt damage, you can deal that damage to any target. But when he's got Indestructible, you can deal damage to himself all day long. And my opponent didn't want to sit still for that. If you had Lifelink on, then that 8 points of damage that we took from Cityscape Leveler, we gain it in life all the time. So we were going to gain a couple hundred life, and whatever he did to, you know, get rid of my stuff, he was in for a very long struggle. We were going to use that last 8 points of damage to destroy the Leveler itself, but I don't have any graveyard hate in this deck. But let me go in and we'll show you what we do have. We do have a couple of new subscribers last week, so thanks for joining up. If you are brand new, go ahead and consider subscribing. And we ask all of you to like this type of stuff, because you notice they destroyed our Arcane Bombardment, but our Mind Splice Apparatus helped us cast everything we needed to right when we needed to. So here's the idea. We've got Arcane Bombardment, whatever of the instants and sorceries, which is most of what we have. We'll cast a spell, and then we'll get something extra from our graveyard and cast it for free, so that's a lot of value. And then Mind Splice Apparatus, if we have, say, something like Invitation by Invitation only, and we don't have a lot of land out, because maybe we use treasures to get Bombardment out, and we only got like 4 lands left. If we've got a Mind Splice Apparatus out, and it's been out for a couple of turns, we can cast this for 4 or less. So, that type of thing. Just if we get this out early, then all of this stuff becomes cheaper later on. And the only drawback in the entire deck, really, is that for the Blue Sun's Twilight, we can't use that with Arcane Bombardment, so it's a one-and-done spell. What else do we have? We have one Fading Hope to bounce creatures. We've got... Oh, we do have one other X spell, Syncopate, which I'm expecting to make good on, but we'll use it in conjunction with one of the 3 copies of Mind Splice Apparatus. We won't depend on it coming back and using it for Arcane Bombardment. We've got 4 Take Up the Shields. This gives Indestructible and Lifelink. We put that on one of the 4 copies of Ill-Tempered Loner, and that's the combo right there. We also have 4 copies of Angel Fire Ignition that also gives Lifelink, Indestructible. In addition, it gives Vigilance, Trample, and Haste. Makes it really good against the Wandering Emperor with the Vigilance. So we've got, with the Flashback, we can cast that an extra time, so we've got 12 chances with 1 Ill-Tempered Loner to get our Infinite Life combo going. The only other creature we have is Sheoldred the Apocalypse. And let's go ahead and give you the overall 3.6 mana cost average, so kind of expensive. 5 creatures, 31 non-creatures, and 11 sorceries, and 14 instants. So we got, 5 creatures. 4 of the Ill-Tempered Loner, and 1 of Sheoldred. Okay. What else do we have? We have the Blue Sun's Twilight, so we can gain control of a target creature. If it's not legendary, we'll pay 5 more for the X, and that'll give us 2 copies of the creature. We've got 1 Alchemist Gambit. Combined with Mind Splice Apparatus, we can take an extra turn for really cheap. 1 Brotherhood's End is an early board wipe or to destroy artifacts. We've got 3 board wipes. We've got 1 to populate, we've got 1 by invitation only, and we've got 1 Vanquish the Horde. We've got Mind Splice Apparatus itself, 3 copies of that. We've got 4 big scores to draw through, give us some treasures so we can cast Arcane Bombardment early maybe, or maybe Mind Splice Apparatus early, that kind of thing. Or since we've got 4 colors in here, right? We've got everything but green, so there are times when, we won't have exactly the color combination that we need. So big score will give us the treasure to help fix our mana. And finally, we've got Explosive Singularity that we can use to cast 10 damage to any target. So what we usually do is throw that in the graveyard with big score, and then we bring it back with Arcane Bombardment. And that's basically the idea. We've got 1 Field of Ruin, and that's about it. We don't have any draw card spells or anything like that. I didn't include any legendary lands. So let's go see how this works. If they can ramp into a lot of creatures early, they should be able to get us. You saw the discard by itself wasn't quite enough to foil all of my plans. Okay, so one more black mana source and we can cast everything here. Right? No, we still need white as well for those. Ask and you shall receive. Okay, let's start off with that. Rona. These are instants, so we're going to have to not hold up priority over those each time. They've got their 3 colors already as well. Rite of Oblivion is a terrible card to use against us. I mean, we'll bring it down now, I guess. We'll bring this down. If they want to sacrifice Rona for it, they can. They need to have 4 mana available. And if they don't cast a spell, it flips to night. Yeah, cut down doesn't work against Ill-Tempered Lona. So, I guess we use this now? Ooh. We could pay for that, though. It's an okay start, but now they can use this and they only give up the 1/1 soldier. They get to keep Rona. That kind of stinks. Okay, that's what I need to power everything else in my hand. Surprise! There's nothing in my graveyard yet. Oh wait, they have the Angel Fire Ignition. Let's have them make a choice. Which one do you want to sacrifice out of those two? Gonna draw with Rona before they sacrifice Rona, probably. They have another one. That's why they didn't mind sacrificing. Okay. Well, I wish I had 5, but... Oh wait, I only need 3 to get it, but... Can I afford to wait? What if we do this? Let's try it. I do have something to make it indestructible. If they just have a simple destruction spell. My problem is they might have another Rite of Oblivion. And Exile is a whole different creature. Plus, I noticed they've got that Plaza of Heroes, so they could block with Rona and just sacrifice the Plaza of Heroes and make that indestructible for a turn. Maybe I should take Rona? I think I want Rona. Yeah. Wow, that took them a long time just to figure out if they wanted to draw a card like normal. Well, they are blue. They transform Rona. Thank you. That kind of saves me some time. Could I get one more untapped land? I don't need one more untapped land. Because that's legendary, so that part doesn't matter. Got it! Sweet! Yeah, let's attack. They might have some that remove Shieldred in the next turn, so... let's get them down on life. Do I play this? Yeah, let's play it. Another Trespasser. Okay. Hopefully they take the Blue Sun's, or the Blue Sun's Twilight. Oh, they're going to take them both, right? Because they're going to... oh, no, they're getting... oh, they want life back. Okay. Sweet. And they're still attacking again. I think that's a mistake. Alright, you got a block. Down to 2. Ta-da! Maybe I should just keep Rona in this deck, period. That's not a bad idea. The gears in my mind are turning. Let's do one more. So there's kind of 3 different ways we could win. We can win the normal way with just slapping down Arcane Bombardment and being able to cast way more spells than the enemy could ever hope to counter or deal with. Or we can get Mind Splice Apparatus down, and all the spells that we do draw, even though they're normal, we never have to worry about the ability to cast them again. Or we could put down our creatures and steamroll them with our creatures. So it's a multi-pronged deck. I only have 3 board wipes, and they gave 2 of them up front. At least they did give me 1 white mana source already. I can go get another Plains with the Field of Ruin. If we last that long. They're already going as fast as they can. Kinda like it. Get rid of you. Go get our second white mana source. And then vanquish the Horde if they have a fourth creature, right? I can't afford to play that, though. So I've got an extra turn, so we use it. That way, if they don't put a creature down, we can still afford vanquish the Horde. We have 2 board wipes we can take care of now. Ouch. It might have direct damage. You might just be dead already. I should have put that down last time, huh? We might still be good. Maybe. Still possibly in trouble. Enough magical energy to do just about anything they want. I can't save that. We'll just have them get rid of that now. Nice. Use a spell on yourself. Let's try a second ill-tempered loner. Ooh, nice. I'd have to pay 3 life to get that. I can't do everything here. I think because they put Ovika out. Well, I can do this. It's only 1 point of damage. We'll both get rid of our creatures. City on fire. If it do damage, it does triple. Okay. It's time for me to get some life then. Now, a single lightning bolt will still take me out, right? That's not legendary, is it? Autopay. That's why we never quit. Down to 3 life. Lightning bolt could have killed us at any time. And they pick up their toys and go home. Even though they still have more health than we do. We didn't even get time to cast the Arcane Bombardment. But I did get all my daily wins for the day. We're going to try and push it. We're going to try and do one more. It is kind of fun when I get both of them down at once. I don't feel I've demonstrated the deck enough. I kind of want to... I started this as a scientific experiment to see if it would work. And when it's combined properly, it's impressive to see in action. It really is cool. But it's just too easy to go do something like that with Sparky. This is... I should probably mulligan this. But it did give me 3 lands, and I do have 1 removal. There's a chance we can actually get the Apparatus out at least. I think there's a case to be made that maybe I have 1 too many of these because I have 8 of them and only 5 creatures. But these are really good to throw into the graveyard and bring back with Arcane Bombardment later. I wonder if this is going to be a blink deck or if it's just ramping. Alright, we've got all the pieces, we just need a little bit of land. It's a risk. If they have instant removal, we're in trouble. Yep, they got it. That could be the game for us right there. Yeah, that's a problem. I can't have duplicates of all of the pieces up front. That's just a little ridiculous. 6, 7, 8. I mean, I can put this out, but... down to 1. I kind of need a board wipe right this second. Look at that. Their Arena made sure that I wasn't going to win. We won last round. They just gave them every single... Look, they gave them all the land they needed. I mean, what can we do? We can make you sacrifice 1 of these. We won't go through the motions. Alright, when they give you 2 Mind Splice Apparatus up front, go ahead and mulligan. I tried to make a go of it, but I should have known better. Usually that's a clue. When they give me 2 Apparatus in the opening draw, that usually tells me that I'm also going up against some sort of aggro deck. I just didn't want to use the Sheoldred's Edict against a 1/1 dog. Alright, I think we'll leave it there for this time around. This is the deck. Like I said, when we get it going, it's pretty fun. It looks like most of the way that we won this one is by using Sheoldred and Ill-Tempered Loner and Blue Sun's Twilight. And, you know, getting the little spells on them that give them the lifelink and the indestructible is really what took us over the top on most of these places. The board wipes came in handy on a couple of games. And I don't feel like these showed up enough and then we got them on the field that I demonstrated the true utility of this deck. So leave a comment if you want me to try this again later, and maybe I can do another round where I can actually just I'll just keep playing and I'll find one where we actually get it out and get it showing against a real player, just because I think going up against Sparky is just too easy. In the meantime, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks everybody, have a good one.